everyone, and welcome to today's Fruitful Friday, woo, where I share my quiet time nuggets with y'all. This is a special episode because by the time you see this, I'm going to be in California for the first time. I'll be at our tribe campus congress. I'm excited. This is my first one, and so you'll be watching this Fruitful Friday, the Friday that I'm there, the first day of the event. And hopefully not too soon after that, you'll be seeing a vlog with all the cool events that have happened when I was away. But for today, we're gonna go ahead and hop right into our Fruitful Friday quiet time nuggets. For today, we're gonna be in Numbers chapter 3, verses 5 through 10. Fun fact, I've actually been taking half of my quiet time notes in Korean. If you didn't know, I am learning both Korean and Japanese. However, my Korean writing is way better than my Japanese writing because I still got to figure out like kanji and stuff like that, and it's a lot. But I have been practicing, and numbers is actually minsugi. Just a fun fact for you guys. But let's hop into reading for today. So in Numbers chapter 3, verses 5 through 10, it says, "The Lord said to Moses, 'Bring the tribe of Levi and present them to Aaron the priest to assist him. They are to perform duties for him and for the whole community at the tent of meeting by doing the work of the tabernacle. They are to take care of all the furnishings of the tent of meeting, fulfilling the obligations of the Israelites by doing the work of the tabernacle. Give the Levites to Aaron and his sons. They are the Israelites who are to be given wholly to him. Appoint Aaron and his sons to serve as priests. Anyone else who approaches the sanctuary is to be put to death.'" So the Levites are chosen to serve by helping Aaron when he was at the tent of meeting, right? As well as guarding the tent of meeting, even if that was technically all of the Israelites' jobs. They were supposed to do it for the Israelites, everybody. So they took everything on, right? And I'm like, okay, first of all, the tent of meeting is a very important place. Like that's like where God's presence, like within the Israelites, literally like lives. Like guarding that is a big deal. So why were they the only ones out of all the tribes chosen to do this? So interestingly, after doing much research, I found out that the origin story of the Levites was actually pretty violent in contrast to such a noble calling that they got, right? So for one, in Genesis chapter 34, verses 25 through 31, Jacob's sons Levi and Simeon, Levi being where the tribe of Levi stemmed from, they killed off an entire city due to the rape of their sister Dinah. And then in Exodus chapter 32, verses 25 to 29, the Levites get a little murder happy again and slaughter those who were being idolatrous while Moses was away when he was up on the mountain, right? These two instances of the Levites killing off a lot of people were actually really interesting because unlike the first time where the Levites slaughtered a city because of anger, that their sister had been raped, they acted out of that anger. They were defending God in righteous anger the second time. It's kind of like if you refer back to when Jesus was out in the temple courts, he was flipping over tables, like, why are you guys doing this in the house of God? Like, what is going on? That was out of righteous anger. So what I got from all of that is that anybody can be used regardless of their past. Because mind you, this was in the past. This had happened prior to the Levites getting the call to essentially guard God's presence, like be the guarders of the tent of meeting, right? I also found it really interesting that it was only the Levites who got this job because it was actually only the Levites who were set apart from the rest of the tribes when Moses had gone up to the mountain, who decided they were gonna worship this golden calf that they made, right? And so the Levites, that was where the call to, okay, all y'all dead, because it was everybody besides the Levites who had been in this sin. So what I pulled from that is that righteousness will get you farther than sin ever will. And that whenever we do feel negative emotions like anger, feeling those emotions like anger, that's not a sin. But what is acting out in that anger and checking yourself before you do make mistakes like that. So that's what I got out of that. And that's really inspiring just to see that, you know, the Levites, it kind of reminds me of Paul. Saul started out as somebody who murdered Christians. Like that was his life's calling, essentially, to murder Christians. But then God turned him around, like got his priorities straight and realized, what he actually needed to be doing. And then in turn, he became a Christian and started saving souls himself. So that is really inspiring for me. And maybe you're like, okay, Nana, this is a lot. Like, I just think my past is just a little too much for God to handle, or it's just a lot that, I don't see the change being possible in my life. Well, I encourage you. Here's my handle. Reach out to me and we will get you squared away with somebody who can definitely set you on the right path to changing your life, because it is very possible. So that was Fruitful Friday, and to God be all the glory.